Michigan recently received the lowest rating among all the states in a transparency index for the openness of government. So I'm interested in what you would pursue as governor to maybe boost our rating in that, if you think that's something that should be done. And I guess I'm specifically interested in the Freedom of Information Act and campaign finance disclosures.
I think transparency is important because it leads to accountability. When you don't have transparency, you can kind of do what you want. Nobody knows. And human nature leads you down a path that's not the best for the citizens of the state. So transparency is important. I think the Freedom of Information Act should apply to the governor. It should apply to our legislature. That should include financial disclosure of assets and what you're doing with your funds. It should include conflict of interest, so that when you're voting on a bill and you have an interest in that company, you shouldn't be voting. And everybody should know that you have a conflict of interest. The question, I think, is where the bite comes, because we have an attorney general, if I can bring him up, that has talked about financial disclosure and that he's disclosed his income taxes every year for the last 7 years. And yet, he has had millions of dollars off site, not in the United States, that he's been dealing with all at the same time when he's calling everybody else to financial disclosure. And so I think what's good for a leader should be good for everybody else. And so that discussion that I'm bringing up, transparency leads to accountability, but there has to be some accountability. You have to know that really we are being honest and open and truthful. That's what will make a better Michigan. And what we want is we want a better Michigan, and that includes being open and above board and telling the truth.